It's the beginning of the end for the 2018 ISCRO Sunoco Elite Series Championship as we return back here, Homestead-Miami Speedway. The Royale is done, one tour left, 5 rounds. Hello everybody, welcome to round number 16 of 20 of the 2018 Sunoco Elite Series season. And it's our first time here since 2014 in an official race, but the track is back on the schedule this year. After ISM was not cleared to race. So we fall back on a track that has a lot of history in Elite Series, whether it's been points races or the Royale the last few years. But this is the first time the Royale has been hosted at Homestead along with an official round. And oh boy, the points chase is tight at the top of the boards, but none of the big points contenders are right at the front. Instead, it's Philip Scott who takes his 3rd pole position of the year. All 3 at Speedway so far, as he comes here at Homestead-Miami Speedway. Well, the last 2 times he's won a race, or no, the last 2 times he's gone on pole for a race, one of his teammates won the race. Can he finally get a win of his own? Alongside Vince Freeze in what I think is his best start of the season thus far, P2 on the grid. Freeze has had a pretty decent season so far. Definitely better than it has been the last few years, and Freeze is slowly improving. We'll see if he can continue improving and maybe go for a win today. On row 2 is Freeze's teammate, it's DJ Curtis in the Dunkin' Donuts number 88 Ford Mustang. And Curtis as well as Freeze both returning to Monarch Motorsports next year. And the team looking to try to get up to a possible B slot for next year, but it's a tough road ahead. Though starting P2 and P3 is definitely the way it's going to start. Alongside Sean Ard, who got penalized in the Royale Heats and missed the show because of it. He wants to avenge himself here today. He starts on the outside row 2, if I'm correct, his best career starting pole position. On row 3, you got Eric Monaco, who fought for the Royale and won it, but it was taken away due to a penalty and given to Ali Nelson. Jason Wolf was definitely not happy about that, but he comes in here today starting P5. It's looking pretty okay for Eric Monaco. Alongside Connor Hurley, a surprising 6th on the grid for the Fallout Racing driver, as he's moving to Full Frontal Motorsports next year. It was a surprising signing. A lot of people don't think it's going to work out, but Hurley trying to prove otherwise. On row 4, Daniel Bouchard moving to Fallout next season, if I'm correct, replacing Hurley. I'm not exactly sure on that, though. Bouchard's had a pretty decent year thus far, but Honda just did not have the space at the team for him, so he's going to have to find pace in a Fallout next year, but he's still going to finish out his year in this 15. That's alongside Jeffrey Finguy finishing out his last 5 rounds of his Sunoco Elite Series career, unless something happens and he comes back again, but Finguy sitting in the field number 40. It's been a rough return. He's out of owners right now, but starting in P8, it could be on an upward trend right now. And I'm on row 5. You got Ryan Griffin coming back to the 6 car next year. He has had an absolutely amazing year for him. So much better than it was last year. Definitely a breakout year for Griffin. And just trying to finish out the year strong so he can go into next year and fight for some good runs. The team has the Royale. They may actually end up fighting for an A slot if they can get a good next few races. And that's alongside Connor Monaco, who will return. It will be in the 15 car next season, replacing Bouchard, as the 19 car will go out of commission, if I'm correct. And Connor has had a great year thus far, has gotten runner-up in 2 races so far. It's so far been a good year for the driver of the 19. Looking at the rear view, the biggest story today was Vladimir Petrov taking the 14 after Johan Art was suspended due to a practice incident with his teammate Rowe. It's the 2nd time he's gotten in contact with one of his teammates, but this time it cost multiple people their cars and forced multiple people to the rear. Johan was suspended. Petrov takes the car for today, along with Aiden Shepard returning to the field after his injury back in Cardiala. He's very happy to be here today, and he cannot stop laughing about Pickle Rick. But we look at first some of your big championship contenders. You're looking for Duncan back here. Rahal and Brock are even further. Brock you could see, or Rahal you could see all the way to the right side back there. And Brock is 2 rows back from Duncan. The points contenders have a long way to go.
Drivers, start your engines.
The cars are fired up and ready to go, and we'll start pulling off and getting us set up for the first round of the A2 Tour and the start of the final tour of the 2018 season. Scott still looking for his first career win, but has a ride for next season in this 80 car. Got Dualt this year. He'll be keeping Dualt and Stanley for next season as well. He's looking very solid going into next year, but you know he wants that win. We roll through turns 3 and 4, 65 laps around Homestead-Miami Speedway. Pace cars in, and Philip Scott will lead it down to the green flag. Our first time going green here since 2014. Green flag is in the air. Out of turn 2, Philip Scott and DJ Curtis on the inside got a great run. Curtis trying to challenge on his teammate for second, while Scott defends from Freeze for the lead. It's not going to work. Here comes Vince Freeze. Push. Not really push, but assisted by Ard and Hurley on the high side. Freeze will lead the first lap. Going to Ard way up next to the wall as he drives it through 1 and 2 right around Scott, and he'll move into second and line up behind Freeze. Down the back straight for the second time. Leaderboard comes up. Can Freeze defend from the 9? He goes low to prevent him, while Scott way too high and up in the wall. Scott over pushed himself there. He needs to collect himself and start to go back after these guys. Try to get this spot back away from Hurley and possibly Bouchard, who's challenging as well. On the back straight, Sean Ard down the inside of Vince Freeze for the lead. While Finn Guy around the outside of Philip Scott. Freeze goes a little down the track to try to block Ard. This is just going to give a big run to the 40 and get him very close up to these guys at the front. Sorry about that minor interruption. Caution flies in the air early in the race. Just a minor 2-car spin out of 4. So it's a fight back to the line. I don't think Sean Ard's going to have anything for Freeze here at the end. And it's Vince Freeze who will lead it back. We are under caution here at Homestead. So it all start back here in 25th. When Cranko would go up almost in the wall, be forced to check up, and Angel, not knowing that, would go into him. Contact with the wall, and with him being slow on track, he tried to get low, didn't see Windhelm. He would take Petrov with him. Overall, a few cars get damaged, but it's mainly PJ Karenko who gets the big chunk of it. Paulson got a chunk of it as well, but generally not too bad. We'll be back. We return back too early for pit stops. Cody Lamas did pit for damage repairs. He was involved in that incident. I believe same with Paulson. Went in and got some of that damage repaired and got back out on track. No big deal. Karanko. Is Karanko still in the race? Yes, he is. Okay. So no one retired. Karanko just smack in the middle of the pack, but he is 1 lap down, so... Roll through 3 and 4. Freeze right now in a great spot. Your fastest lap in the first few laps in that small run was out of Nick Pericles. Where is he? Pericles is down in 18th, so he's the fastest guy right now. We'll see if he can hunt through the field. We're going to go back green here at Homestead-Miami Speedway. Vince Freeze as the pace car coming back down. It's lap 9 of 65 this time around. And Vince Freeze will lead it back down to the green flag here, trying to get a decent run going here. And green flag is back in the air in Homestead. And a great jump out of your top 2. How much is Cranko holding things up? Massively. Oh, that's not good. There is a train behind that 27. They're all trying to get him out of the way. Halleck pushes him down the track to help some of the people get out of the way, but this is screwing over a lot of people, especially people like Tyler Thaber.
Skylar Johnson, Sean Angel. Alec just pushing. Was trying to push Cranko out of the way. Now him and Windhelm will go low to split him out, and I believe the rest of the pack should split him through the middle here. Oh, Jarrell now getting stuck. They're trying to resolve this. Look back at the front. Ard versus Freeze at the front, while Finguy and Bouchard are not far back. Finguy utilizing that high side again. He'll sweep it around. He's going to get really close to Ard here. Can he challenge for it? Yes. Him and Bouchard at the same time, so we're going to go 3 wide for a second. Bouchard had been using this move at the beginning of the run, of the first run. When everything was packed up, he was using that way low line, and he's going to be doing it again. It seems to be working for him. If it ain't broke, don't fix it. Finguy and Ard, though, on the high line may have more momentum out of 3 and 4. I'm not sure how this is going to work. Does Finguy have the advantage here? I think he does. Bouchard's out of it. It's now Finguy versus Ard for second. Bouchard still electing to use the low line. Not sure if that's a very strong idea. I see Jackson and Duncan here. Where is Brock and Rahal? Brock is at the very tail end of the pack, while Rahal is just out of the pack due to PJ Karenka holding things up a bit. Has everyone finally gotten through him? Yes, Halleck has stopped on track. They're not going to call it. No, they're letting it go. Halleck, wheel damage reported in the 31. And that's an unfortunate end to the day. It's not necessarily going to end his day. He'll probably be back on track soon, but any chance he had a good spot in this race is now gone. Bad luck for Jack Halleck. But we look at the front. Vince Freeze has a challenger in the form of Jeffrey Finguy, pushed by Daniel Bouchard on the low line. Freeze doesn't necessarily have help from Ard on the high side. Ard's not really there with him, while Bouchard is pushing Finguy, but the high line will protect Freeze for now. Jackson moves down the inside and now becomes the highest Maverick in the field. Where did Eric go? There he is. Okay, so he's not too far. He's lost some spots since the start, but he hasn't fallen too far. He's down in what looks to be 14th. Yeah. I think 13th move up. Yeah, that was Pericles. Pericles is still on the move, I guess proving that he was the fastest guy, though that's now Thaber. Where is Tyler Thaber? There he is. 23rd on track. Hanging out with Lorenzo Log, Kieran Mulcher, who started at the rear of the field, now in 24th, and Roman Rahal. Everyone else is in a line. Thank PJ Karenko for that. Still in the pits is Jack Halleck, and now Ard coming back around the outside of Finguy. A great run, and he'll launch down the inside of the 8 car for the lead. Jackson is getting closer and closer to this lead battle. If he wants to salvage his championship hunt, he needs to now. This is probably his last chance to be a realistic title challenger against Rahal and Brock. He needs to get a good run today, possibly a win. Look at Nick Pericles. He is running so strong right now. He's down the inside of Scott and Connor Monaco at the same time. He gets them both. And that is the move up into 6th. Pericles looks to be the quickest guy right now. In fact, yes, he is the quickest guy right now. The only one in the 31.6s by about 2:10. Oh, no, we got someone here in the 31.7s. Who was that? That was John Ard, his teammate. So it's the Scott Ganassis. The Scott Ganassi girls are fast. That's Bouchard in the wall. Ooh, that is the 2nd place driver in the wall out of 4. And this is going to lead Jackson up to the rear end of them. And Pericles is not far. It's still Freeze out front, but the pressure is on. And we have gotten word, yes, Halleck has left the pits. He returns to the track. Good job. Ard now has a good run on the high side. Darrell won a race in this 9 car when he was part-time 2 years before he went full-time. way back when, and now and now Ard trying to win it in the year before he goes full time. I believe he'll be in the 27 next year, placing PJ Karenko with the team. Huge opportunity for him. They've been developing him for the last few years, so it's good to see that he's finally getting his chance, and he's trying to prove that this is a good decision for the team. He takes the lead. Pericles on that way low line like he was before. This is what he was able to make work. This is what got him through the pack before. And now he's down the inside of Jackson, way lower than you would expect someone to be, but it's worked so far for him, and it's going to work for him here. He has a win this year coming at Armory Digital, but he hasn't won an actual round that wasn't a super speedway since back in 2016. Meanwhile, there's some people who haven't won, and Bouchard from 4th on the outside, and he takes the lead. That was a great run for the 15. He'll bring the 10 with him. Finn guy down the inside, and this is a 6-car battle for the lead. All 6 of these guys are giving it their all, trying to take the lead because anyone can anticipate a caution happening anytime. Ooh, Freeze now coming back on the outside. Ooh, Pericles still using that way low line. I'm not sure how long that's going to work for. How much of that is wearing his tires away. Good job out of Carson Bowers and Connor Hurley. They're sticking strong in what looks to be 11th and 12th, as Bowers will take 11th. Away from Connor Hurley, and maybe start to go after Philip Scott. It's a good day at Carson Bowers, moving to Thundersport next year, so he's very happy. Oh, Jackson trying to go on the high side of both Bouchard and Finn guy. I don't think that's going to work. No, he's just going to slip back behind Bouchard and continue on. Now the 2 guys who were leading this race are starting to fall behind in the form of Freeze and Ard, while Connor Monaco now having pressure from the 4. Where is Brock and Rahal? Brock is in P20. Rahal is not that far from Brock. Down in P26, these guys are pretty close together. But they're also pretty far down, which is what the 4 car needs. It's what the 10 car needs, who's going around the outside of Bouchard. Oh, that was a beautiful move out of Jackson. And the reigning champ takes the lead in Homestead. The last 2 American speedways we were at were both won by Paul Jackson. And now here we are again at Homestead, and Jackson's leading. For how long? Oh, wow! That was close! Bouchard tried to block Freeze. Freeze was not taking no for an answer. Around the outside, he's going on Jackson now on the inside in turns 1 and 2. Been some great action up here. Now they're reaching the lap car of Karenko. How can they deal? If they can at all. Jackson. Oh, he's got nowhere. He's got to stick right where he is. Jump on him. Yep. Push him up. No, he couldn't. Freeze trying to run away. This is not what Jackson needed. He's still stuck there. He's got a challenge. Ard fell behind. He's going to start to catch back up now. Jackson checks up to try to get a little bit of distance to try to launch a move. He's hoping Ard doesn't challenge him here, because if he does, he's screwed with Karenko again. He doesn't. Ard sticks with him. You got a challenge here and now. He's pushing him. He's trying to use the high side, actually, and he will. Around the outside of PJ Karenko, and he'll take... not take the spot, but he's back around him. Oh, Duncan playing it risky, trying to use that way low line near the apron. And he's got Connor Monaco, he's got PJ Karenko, and he's clear of the lapper. Lapper is going to be the big story today, it looks like. But it's Freeze, Bouchard, Pericles, and Finn Guy. 2 Fords, a Chevy and a Honda, fighting for the lead. Bouchard tried to use the high side to get around Freeze. Freeze, is he going to give him the space here, or is he going to squeeze him out? I see Skylar Johnson's in the pits. Yes, Johnson is in the pits with Lorenzo Log. And caution is out. And that explains that. It's a fight back to the line. Bouchard trying to get a good run on the high side. Can freeze, lead it back a second time. Oh, contact! Back to the line. It's Bouchard. And there was an incident. Oh boy. What happened? The stewards are going to be furious with the 27. As he should have been getting out of the way of the 19. 19 comes on the outside. Oh, actually, was that Connor squeezing his way in? Although Karenko maybe should have given him the space, and it caused a big stack up. That included Brock and Rahal, although neither of them got a ton of damage. And, oh, Jesus, Benyako. Car's still driving, though. Lots of people with damage. And I mean lots. Everyone just trying to solve out the confusion, get through. So Halleck just stayed back, didn't even want to get involved in that. Ton of people involved. Shepard, his first race back, he's involved in a wreck. Vladimir Petrov got some of that. Now everyone's just trying to solve things out, trying to go around the pace car. Everyone's trying to figure out the order as Bowers begins to drive third, trying to get into his slot. Roush is going to start speeding up, and everyone's speeding up. We'll be back. So, lappers stay out. To these 5, they should be coming in this time. Which means it is Vince Freeze as we come off pit lane, who takes the lead back from Daniel Bouchard. Finn Guy is second. Monaco. A great... Wow. What kind of pit stop was that? Jesus, Monaco. Did Monaco take 2 and the rest took 4? No, if I'm correct, they all should have taken same amount of tires. I think they all took 2 or 4. I'm not sure. I think Monaco just got a good pit stop. Bouchard, Duncan, Pericles lost a few spots. Ard lost a few spots. Curtis got some nice gain. Jackson, because of that lapper and a bad pit stop, he's pretty far back, but he is definitely not out of this race. Don't count him out. As, yep, now Halleck's going to come in, fill up his tank. We should be good to the end of the race now, which is good. Brock and Rahal got some damage through that, but they don't seem to really care. They're just trucking along as usual, so... I didn't notice that. Lorenz and Johnson didn't pit, so they're actually going to be leading the field, although neither of them have a ton of damage, so... we'll be back when we go green. Alright, we are back. Connor Monaco and Connor Hurley, the Connors, are both out of the race. Pericles! Oh my god, it's... What was it, Nashville all over again? Pericles, a great spot is gonna get ruined. Tire going down, and Goodyear, more ammunition against Goodyear. And ISCRO's gotta be pissed about this. Scott Ganassi's gotta be pissed about this, and Pericles' day is effectively over. Pace car will roll through. They're not gonna stop for Pericles. Pericles merging onto pit lane now. It's gonna be Lorenzo Log leading it back, but it's actually Vince Freeze. He led it back to the last green flag, and he'll lead it back to this one, though he didn't have the lead, which means he may not be the quickest. Pace car coming back in. We're a little more than halfway through this race, lap 34 this time out of 65. We should be good to the end of the race. So Vince Freeze leads it back down to the green flag, lap 34 of 65. Green flag is back in the air. And Skyla wasting no time to fight with Lorenz. They are fighting for position after all, but are they on the end of the lead lap or are they a lap down? They're both a lap down, so they cannot get their lap back through this. Pericles is already out of his pit stall. He got in, he got the tires changed, and he got out. He's trying to get through as quickly as possible. Oh, Freeze did not get a good run through there. That just helps the 4 and the 88 get into this battle. Bouchard trying to get around the outside of Monaco. Monaco just does not seem like he's one of the quicker guys today. He's not there. Scott kind of vanished. He's still down here. Okay, so he's still around. Rahal's now in this. Vincent's been climbing slowly but surely, but he has, as he's looking at trying to get into the top 15 here, and he actually just did. So, is that a 5 wide? Are you guys crazy? Oh my god. Are you serious, guys? Well, a minor spin puts us back under caution. And once again, it's Bouchard versus Freeze as we head back to the line. And once again, I think Bouchard's gonna get it. Oh, Duncan makes a lunge on Finn Guy at the last second. Can he get him before the line? Yes, he will. William Duncan leads, but gets the position. And a minor spin will put us back under caution. What happened? I'm minorly impressed that you guys were able to, you were guys in a pack of 6 and you went 5 wide somehow. And it caused big congestion, and Mulcher and Brock, a huge championship contender, goes around. Though not much damage, he'll just have to regroup and continue on. Bad luck for William Brock. And we're back under caution. Interesting. We have a split strategy. Some people are going to change tires again. With just a few lap pressure tires, is it even worth it though? Eric thinks it is, Curtis thinks it is, Ard thinks it is, and Roush thinks it is. No, they're just refueling. Are they trying to guarantee that they can make it on the fuel run? But if I'm correct, based on calculations, everyone should be good on a fuel run, so I'm not sure what they're thinking. Well, Freeze can't take it from him this time. Bouchard, now your leader. Still a bunch of damaged cars at the rear. Where is Eric? Where did he line up? 24th. Around. The thing I'm worried about is he's around a bunch of damaged cars. If he can get through the damaged cars quickly, he may be able to hunt through the field, but I'm not sure. It's gonna be rough. Vibration reported in the 41 of Alexander Rowe. Where is he? Right here. 15th with a ton of damage. Bunch of people have damage. Come through 3 and 4. 40 of 65. Not many laps left in this race. As we roll through turns 3 and 4, the pace car coming down this time, and it will be Daniel Bouchard leading it down. Bouchard and Freeze going for their first career wins, but have a bunch of challengers behind as they will lead it down to the green flag here. 25 laps to go here in Homestead. Green flag is back in the air. And now Duncan is not wasting time. There is no lappers ahead. Alog and Johnson are back at the rear. Oh, these guys are held up by, yeah, there he is, PJ Karenko, who could have guessed. And Duncan goes right around Vince Freeze. He takes the second spot. He's a man on a mission. Jackson goes up to try to block Jack Benyako. It doesn't work. Benyako's moving. How'd Eric fare against the slow cars? Not good. He did not fare well at all. And this is why this strategy probably wasn't going to work. I don't think his crew chief was thinking about slow lappers at the time. Duncan now, breathing down the neck of Daniel Bouchard. Bouchard's lost his ride already. So to be able to win a race before he moves teams would be huge for his resume for future seasons to come. He's got Duncan not far. Freeze and Finn Guy fight for third, while Jack Benyako takes 5th with a push from Roman Rahal. Rahal is somehow right in the thick of things for a possible win. Started way far back. He's been hunting his way up with Shane Vincent, slowly but surely, and they made it work. Look at Shane! Wow, was that aggressive against your teammate. Yeah, this is the Shane Vincent we know. Pushing with everything he's got. Bouchard's just trying to run. The question is Shane Vincent, of all people, gonna let him? Because I think he's the quickest guy right now. Look at him go on that low line. He is making that work better than I've seen anyone make it work today. And, oh, Duncan's going to be resorting to the high line. But there it is. Shane Vincent up into second. Jackson trying to move into third. Duncan's speed. He's losing it. And now, Bouchard has a very aggressive, very scary Speedway ringer behind him who is a rookie. Although Bouchard was a rookie last year, so he knows that feeling. Shane Vincent, the current Rookie of the Year leader by a sizable margin. And he's proving why. Here he comes. Now he's railing the outside, trying to get a good run. Is he gonna switch back? Yes, he is. Here he comes. Shane Vincent down the inside for the lead. How's the back of the pack faring? Not well. Not well at all. As expected. Shane has been making this low line work so well today, and he's doing it again. Jackson trying to close in on these guys. Jack Benyako trying to close in on these guys. Same with Rahal, Freeze, but it's Shane Vincent who now has the lead. Can Vincent win in his rookie year? If I'm correct, only one other person ever won in their rookie year, being Jack Halleck back in 2014, which was actually at around to Florida. It was at Pensacola. So maybe Florida's just good for rookie winners. But Jackson has other things to say. He's trying to rim ride it around the outside of Bouchard. He's going to try to take second. We're looking at a possible Jackson versus Vincent, which is very interesting. Two very good Speedway ringers as the pack is now starting to spread out. I think some people are already out of this hunt for the win. People back here like Arndt, Finn Guy, Fuller is doing amazing today after a great run in the Royale. It's a great run here in the actual round of Homestead. Fuller is making people happy right now, making Bavarian very happy that they signed her for next year. I would be too, not gonna lie. Here it comes, Paul Jackson down the inside of Shane Vincent. Vincent's gonna hold. This is two guys who are known for being aggressive, who are known for being good Speedway ringers, and I expect maybe some fireworks. Jack Benyako down the inside of William Duncan for fourth. He's a part-time driver. Same with Ard. Although Ard Pitt made a bad decision and now he's suffering the consequences. Where is he? Yeah, down with Eric down in the 20s. The only other part-timer is Jack Benyako, and look at him go. Forming a Honda 234, chasing after Chevrolet in the lead. Bouchard is rim riding, trying to catch up to these guys. Here we come, 15 laps to go here in Homestead, and Jackson continues to breathe down the neck of the 04. Shane wants his first career win here today, but Jackson wants his third of the year, his 7th career win. It would tie him for 4th on the all-times win list. He'd be the 8th person to reach 7. While the 3 people around him are going for their first career wins. Jackson is trying to spoil the party here for a first career winner. I believe it would be the 2nd one of the year. 2nd first-time winner. The other one being Tyler Thaber at Cardiala, getting his first career win. And now, Vincent, Bouchard, and maybe Benyako trying to become the 2nd of the year. Vincent just trying to keep up the defense, but Jackson is so quick. Despite Rahal being 6th, this would still put Jackson's championship back on track. Vincent blocking the 10. He moved low to defend. Was that a good move or not? Out of 2, Jackson's got a nose. I'm watching the 15 as well. Bouchard closing in on these two. Shane goes down to block. Bouchard just running his lines, trying to catch both of these guys. They're side by side for the lead. Vincent continues to defend, continues to use the high line to keep himself at an advantage. How long until Jackson either pushes harder and starts getting aggressive or retreats and uses the outside? And I think he's going with that choice. I think he'll retreat and start to resort to the outside. He couldn't get high enough there. Shane now rim riding to try to get away. Could this be Shane Vincent's day? I see Rahal has gotten through Duncan. Another top 5. Oh my God. For those of you who don't know, Roman Rahal is on track to beat the record for most top 10s in one season from James Constantin back in 2013 when he scored 15 top 10s. Rahal is on track to beat it, and it's another top 10 that he's looking at right now. And even a top 5 is on the cards. He's in 5th. What am I talking about? It's on the cards. He's there. But Jackson, where did it go? He's not there. Did he use all he had? We're at 10 to go, and Jackson and Bouchard needs to start picking it up. Guy back here having a nice fight. Shepard, his first race back looks like it's gonna be a top 10. What a lad. It's awesome to see Jackson, or not, to see Shepard back in action. Not only to see him back in action, but to see him trying to fight for a top 10 at a race that he has almost won in the past. He's already setting himself up to try to get through him. This probably wasn't the time to do it, though. That's just gonna let Jackson catch up a little. Oh, Jackson's diving! Oh, he's forcing Shane to the outside, and Jackson down the inside. He's got the lead. Wow. He made that work. Now, Shane, can you hunt him back down? Or is he gonna have to settle for being a bridesmaid? They can't be fighting. This is a bad move, Bouchard. Get back. Not the time. That time Jackson was faster because of it. Bouchard is costing. Is he not caring about the win? Is he just letting Jackson go? Trying to get that team in a better position to win the title. Look at the battle back here. Look at Fuller. A top 10. That's so impressive. That is so impressive. Ada Fuller in her rookie year to pull a top 10 in a red stallion. That is, she's finally shining through, showing her true colors. And here he is. Uh-oh. Vincent now on the back of the 10. I smell fireworks. Because I do not think there's a bump. No, he ain't gonna be playing nice at all. They're rivals. Manufacturer rivals. Of course Vincent's gonna be aggressive. He wants a win. And he's using the line he's been utilizing all day long. Just below middle. Here he comes. Side by side. 3 to go. Shane continues to push. This inside line is working so well for him. 2 to go. He's got it. He leads the lap. Oh boy, here we go. I believe that's another vibration for the 41. Are the Fords gonna play a factor? I think they are. Shane backs off. Is this smart? Is this strategy, or is he just out of speed? Here he comes again. The same way Jackson got him. White flag. The lapper. He used the lapper. And caution! We're going to overtime! Wow! The race is not over! We are going to overtime in Homestead! Caution flies! And Jackson and Vincent will have to fight each other once more. but this time the others won't be far. Oh boy, what happened? And it would be a battle between Finguy, Pericles, and Griffin that would go wrong and send Finguy head first into the inside wall. Hard impact for the 40. No one else would get involved, and they were not at the white flag when caution flew, meaning we are going to overtime here at Homestead-Miami Speedway.
All right, welcome back to the action. This is overtime here in Homestead-Miami Speedway. If you don't know how overtime works, allow me to explain. We've had it twice this year, but might as well explain it again. Everyone, if we have a caution that would normally in the race, everyone is lined back up 2x2 style. Anyone who is on the lead lap is permitted to compete in overtime. If you are a lap down or out of the race, you are not allowed to compete, which puts us with 29 left in the field. Jackson and Shane Vincent are on top. Sadly, Eric Monaco had a mechanical issue. I believe it was a tire going down, just a few to go, but the caution saved him. He's still in it, but he's starting in last. Oh boy. The order is exactly how it lined up when we were, there's the command to get us back going. And drivers are lined up exactly how they were when they crossed the line when caution came out. Depending on how they get this start, it's anyone's game at the front of the field. As we roll back, it's 2 laps to go. If we have a caution before the white flag, we restack it and go again. If there is not a caution before the final lap, if we get to the final lap, next flag ends the race and we go to the finish. All right, sorry about that. Out of 3 and 4, pace car comes in. It's 2 laps to go here at Homestead-Miami Speedway. Paul Jackson and Shane Vincent lead it down. This is it. Green flag is back in the air for what could be the final time in Homestead. An even start out of both lanes as we roll through 1 and 2 for the first time in overtime. Can Shane have anything on the high side? A bobble back there. Does Shane have the line? Oh boy. Here we go. Coming to the white. Shane's got the run. Brock goes up and blocks Fuller. Fuller's in the wall. Out of 4. White flag in the air. Next flag ends the race. Through 1 and 2, does Jackson have anything? Jack Bignacco could get in this. Duncan, maybe. A miracle and he could win this. Out of 2, does Jackson have anything? There's a wreck in the middle. We're racing back. This is it. Through 3 and 4, does Jack have enough? No. First career win in his rookie season. Shane Vincent wins in Homestead. And he's on top before his former teammate Johan Arndt gets it. Shane Vincent takes the win here in Homestead. Everyone leaving around the pace car, and Jack Bignacco snatches second from Jackson at the last second. And the part-timer shows his stuff, but it's not a win for Bignacco. Jackson in third. Duncan in 4th, and I believe it is, yes, Rahal in 5th. Bouchard got 6th. Who got 7th? Cameras. 7th was Paulson, 8th was Brock, 9th was Freeze, and 10th, Nick Pericles after the tire going down. They would salvage a top 10. Rahal, another top 5, so other people just couldn't make it to pit lane. They're merging back around. Pace car. Come back in next time to end the race. But congratulations, it's a first career win in his rookie season for Shane Vincent. On top, we've seen a Vincent in victory lane. Back Adam Vincent, the 2016 champion. And now Shane Vincent, completely unrelated, but another Vincent is back in victory lane here at Homestead-Miami Speedway. And he was actually able to beat Jackson.
So here's what put us back under caution here at Homestead-Miami Speedway, and it was Shepard getting into the back of the 70 and putting Angel in the wall. Arndt and Wolfstein von Shaver in the inside wall. Fowler, after a great day, gets involved in the incident. Loses some spots. And a lot of people with damage, but doesn't matter. It's the end of the race. The end of the day. Congratulations, though, to Shane Vincent taking the win. So we look at the top of the boards here. It's Shane Vincent taking the win here at Homestead-Miami Speedway. Jack Bignacco second, Paul Jackson third, William Duncan fourth, Roman Rahal continuing to hunt after Constantine's record in fifth, Bouchard in sixth, Paulson seventh, Brock eighth, Freeze ninth, and Nick Pericles will round out the top 10. Sean Ard, still a great day in 11th. Same with Eric Monaco. Their pit strategy didn't work out, but they still ended a pretty good day. Petrov replacing Johan Arndt, getting owner's points for the team, but no points for Johan Arndt. But it's a top 15 for Vladimir Petrov. Pretty good. He'll be going into that car next year, so I bet he just made that team very happy with that result. Bowers, Fuller could have gotten a top 10, but a 17th is still impressive, and she really showed her stuff here today. She is definitely proving that she is better than we think she is. And looking back, Shepard will get a top 20 his first start back, and Curtis rounds out the top 20. Trailblazer goes 27-28. That's unfortunate. Trailblazer has been on a downhill slope lately, and it continues here today. It's not a good day for them, but congratulations to Shane Vincent. The beginning of the end for the championship is finally underway as Homestead is out of the way, and 4 rounds left in the championship. Next time we move to the last super speedway on the schedule, it's Talladega Super Speedway, before moving to the Denver Speedway Roval. Then it's to Provo Motorsports Park for the sprint feature there in Utah, and then we head to Nevada, Las Vegas, Nevada, for the season finale at Las Vegas Motor Speedway, the doubleheader. Oh boy, that's going to be exciting. Congratulations to Shane Vincent. It's his first career win here in the Sunoco Elite Series. He could have a bright future ahead of him. But until next time, we're going to Talladega. Ciao.